Everyting Chris. Everything Chris.
Question I'd like to know is, when did you lot all get to that point in your life when you started to realize how good you were and that you could play at that level? What time? When was that moment you realized, I'm getting actually good at this, and you realize there's certain people that can guard you? Period. Let's just be honest here. Some of you at that level, all of you at that level, basically. So there was a time when you thought someone was guarding you, and you just thought, I'm actually nice. This person can't guard me.
I don't think I ever think that.
Yeah, me too. I don't think that.
It's probably when Nicolette tried to guard me, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm like nice." No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I don't know. Growing up in the States, it was hard. Like, your coaches kept you humble.
Yeah.
So even if you were, I've been on teams where I've been the best player, a lot of teams, but they still kept you humble. You were going against someone else, playing against someone else that was really good on another team. So I don't know.
Not necessarily, they can't guard me, but you just realize that, I can actually play at a high level.
Probably after college, or maybe like my senior year when it was more like I wanted to play. So I knew I had to put in the work, not necessarily I'm good enough. I think I struggled at that point with confidence too. So it was kind of like, I know I could put in the work. I know I'll work hard. And then if something come of it, then I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Yeah. Say it again?
Yeah. Anyone else?
I think I didn't necessarily know, like T was saying, that I was good, but I think I knew I was going to do it as more than just a little pastime hobby. Probably like under 16s, we had like close rivalry with Nottingham Wildcats, which included Hannah Shaw, who none of us could guard because she was that height when she was like 14. So we had some really good games, and I remember one of those games where we actually beat them was like a big deal. And I personally had actually played quite well, and that was kind of the first time I'd always started a bit later than everyone else I'd played with. So that was for me when I thought, this isn't just going to be a short-term thing. I'm probably going to play basketball for a while. But that was probably it for me.
All right. Since we mentioned Nottingham Wildcats, Siobhan, when did you come to that? Was it when you beat your mum 1-1?
Hey?
Was it when you beat your mum 1-1 you realised you could play?
I mean, that very rarely happened, if I'm being honest. And she was always like super quick, and it's not my strong point. But I think, like, for me, I don't know, I've always been just more competitive than maybe thinking, like, I've always struggled with like self-confidence, I think, but I sort of made up for it by just being like uber competitive and like, yeah, just like one of those people where you really don't really want them on your team, but like you want them on your team, but you don't really want them on the other team because I'm just not going to get along with you on court if you're not on my team.
I love how we all keep quiet.
Facts.
Yeah, so like I think for me it was more like just being competitive, but then I guess the big like change for me probably didn't come until like super late, because I felt like I was always just doing it because I'd always done it, and it was always something that I should do because that's what I've always done. It sounds silly, but I'd probably say it wasn't till I was maybe like back from college, probably like 24, 25, that I actually started to really just feel like I was just enjoying it for what it was. And that's probably like the turning point for me, where I was like, yeah, I'm actually just enjoying this and I'm not letting anything else kind of like get in the way.
Okay. Nicolette?
I've never got to a point where I've just thought I'm better than anybody else, or like, I'm another person that has struggled with self-confidence. I still actually do. But for me, I just love playing basketball, and basketball has gave me so many things over the years that I didn't expect. And that's what it is. Like, I really, there's nothing more to it. It's just, I'm fortunate to achieve all the stuff that I have already. Never thought I would. And I'm just blessed, to be honest. And that's all I have to say about it.
That's very humble coming from you when I see you kill people at Leeds all the time. I didn't think like that.
think
killing
lying
people
there.
at Leeds, you know, and then acting like that never happened.
Yeah, none of our team wanted to go there. Everyone was like, shotgun no.
Yeah, she was like from one end to the other. I was like, rotted. She's like, quick.
Yeah, that's what I have.
What about you, Nada? Because I've heard, because you was at Leeds a year before I came there, and then I heard you was giving people problems. What about you when you got that realization?
Well, I don't think I had that realization, same as everybody else. But I think when I realized that I wanted to play for a long time and be serious about things and progress through like the England teams, age group teams and stuff, I think was when I was 12 and I was picked to play for, I think it was the 4 countries that we used to play in, wasn't it? England, Ireland, Scotland and Wales. And I played with the England under 16s as like my first like England tournament, I guess. And that's when like I knew that I wanted to like try and play for a long time and progress through the different leagues and stages and England teams and things like that. So
Okay, and Miss Ella.
I'm probably the same. Like, I never really got to that point of thinking that. I don't know if Siobhan or anyone else can attest to this, but having your parents involved in pretty much your whole basketball career, like pros and cons in the fact of you get opportunities, but then you're not necessarily sure whether you're only getting opportunities because your parents are there, and you sometimes get the backlash of people thinking that. So it's like, even though you probably have earned the opportunities, you never really think that because you've got your parents always there being like, oh, she's only there because her parents are involved in basketball. But so I never really thought, like, from that reason, I probably never really thought that some of the stuff I've necessarily earned was because I was good enough. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get that. I can relate to that. Same with my brother. So really, my brother kind of paved the way for me. So I kind of understand where Siobhan and Ella's coming from. So,
But you did earn all of that, just so you know.
Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris.